What's going on, guys? Pixelated here, back at it again with another video. Today we are looking at a unique sneaker from a brand I haven't really delved into before. It's the Balenciaga Triple S sneaker. Now the format of this video is different from a lot of my previous stuff, but I realize there's a lot more I want to talk about with you guys, and this is probably the fastest way to get it out there to you. Don't worry, the old formats aren't going anywhere. This is sort of just an addition to those. So please let me know what you think. This way I can release more videos about more topics. As I said earlier, back to the topic at hand. Now, I'm not the biggest high fashion person there is, not even remotely close, but I do enjoy some of the pieces that some of these high fashion brands release from time to time. This happens to be one of those times. Now, if you haven't heard, Balenciaga, a high fashion brand that originated from Spain, is releasing a sneaker near the end of the month known as the Balenciaga Triple S. If you haven't seen it yet, it's this giant smorgasbord of mixed emotions and materials. It looks like a classic dad shoe dipped into pancake batter or wet cement, and the wet cement just hardened around the sole. There's just a lot of craziness going on the sneaker at the same time, so much that I couldn't even describe it all to you. And thankfully, that's why we have pictures. It's dropping in a handful of colorways. You can see it has these rope laces that aren't necessarily the coolest. They're more akin to something you'd find on a hiking boot. You know, the shoes you wear in the winter or rough weather, or simply to hike or climb rocks. And the colorways it's releasing in pretty much make the shoe look like they're worn in or dirty from the start. And this was on purpose, by the way. Obviously they weren't actually worn in, but it is designed that way as if they wore them for like 10 months before packaging them up and selling them. But when I first saw this shoe, it got me thinking, is this the most original design I've ever seen, or is it a ripoff of the new Yeezy Waverunner 700? The Yeezy Waverunner 700, boy, that's a long name, started making the runs as Kanye got snapped wearing them here and there several months ago before officially becoming available for purchase on Yeezy Supply, although they're shipping in November. In other words, the shoe was revealed far before the Triple S. These shoes don't look exactly the same, but they hold very similar characteristics. They're just as bulky, if not more so. They personify a classic dad shoe from the upper and that clunky mid and outsole at the bottom. So did Balenciaga rip off the Yeezy 700s? In my opinion, it's difficult to tell because sneakers have a really long production timeline, like 8 or 10 months or so for the entire process, which means these shoes must have been conceptualized at least 8 to 10 months before they're put out or released to the public. That means that both these brands must have thought up these designs a long time ago. I don't know if designer sneakers have the same length of production run, because typically sneaker companies spend time on things like R&D, research and development, whereas high fashion companies don't account for that technology, as their sneakers typically suck for that, and your feet will definitely hurt in 90% of designer shoes if you wear them strenuously. Now, you could technically say it's the other way around and that Kanye possibly ripped off Balenciaga, but I still lean towards it being what I originally said, because if you remember, Balenciaga is the same company that released the Speed Trainer, which was heavily compared to the Adidas NMD City Sock for its similar design principles. Like the sock-like upper with no features and a lack of laces, you could say that the Blocky Midsole is a straight takeaway from the blocks on an NMD midsole as well. Now, while I can't say this for certain, what I can say is I actually do like this model a lot, but knowing that it's $700 US and that it's from a high fashion company, meaning the comfort probably isn't there or it's lacking, I don't know whether I would buy these. With that being said, I can't say for sure whether these were a ripoff or not, or the other way around. What I can say is I like both of these sneakers and I do enjoy this trend. I was always into runners more than I was into basketball shoes or any other type of shoes. If you took anything from this video, please hit that thumbs up. And obviously my opinion means nothing if I don't know yours either. Let me know what you guys think about these. Let me know whether you think these were a ripoff of the Yeezy 700s or they're just an original sneaker. And please hit that sub button for more juicy content. Catch you later. Pixelated out.